Hey folks, so as you might have noticed, my puppy has this e-collar on. My little boy just got neutered yesterday, so he's 3/4 of a man from here on out. So you are in massive debt and you're close to bankruptcy, or you just don't know, what is going on. Why is it that my life is full of debt while my sibling, okay, or my friend who is pretty much into same kind of things as I am, same income, same career, why is it that they're not in debt and I am? Well, if you check your astrological chart, okay, it will clearly show you that why is it that you're in debt and what kind of debt you will have. Now, in an astrological chart, and remember, this is Vedic astrological chart, okay, which is the easiest astrological chart, the easiest astrological knowledge to learn, okay, because through this science, you can just pinpoint anything in your life. Now, in Vedic astrology, debt is seen from the sixth house. Sixth house is a house of debt, and the signifactor of debt, okay, is Mars. Mars represents debt in anyone's horoscope, okay? It could be anything. It could be debt of money. It could be debt of service. You could be indebted to somebody. Why is it that Mars represents debt? Because Mars is a soldier. And guess what soldier's life is? It's to be indebted to the king for life, okay? Mars is about service. And soldier gives his service to the king to go out and fight for him, to go out and keep the honor of the kingdom. So this is why they have given this significance to Mars, for debt. So in your chart, in your astrological chart, anytime you have Mars sitting in the sixth house or aspecting the sixth house, most likely you will be in debt. And debt, I don't mean a debt that you can just pay off and you're not worried about it. That's really not considered debt. Debt really means that you need to pay somebody off in some manner, yet you're not able to do it at this particular time. And that condition is known as debt. So when Mars is in the sixth house or aspecting the sixth house, it brings a lot of debt in a person's life, whether it's emotional, psychological, or physical, or material debt, okay? And most likely in these days, it's about money. People are in credit card debt, okay? But then there are people who are not in debt. Even in the credit cards, people are not in debt. I was in debt. I'm no longer in debt, okay? Thank God for that. But whenever in your horoscope, Mars is sitting in the 12th house, okay? The 3rd house, the 6th house itself, and I believe the 11th house, you will be in debt, okay? You will have some sort of a debt in your life. You will have some sort of an obligation of repaying somebody in your life. Okay, let's discuss another scenario of debt. So another situation for looking at if somebody has debt in their life, or if you yourself want to study it to see, if I will ever have incur debt, or, how will I incur debt and when will I incur debt? Your ascendant Lord, your rising sign Lord, okay? Your Lord of the first house in your horoscope, if that is sitting in the sixth house, that is also, it's also indication of this person being in debt, okay? So that's the second scenario of being in debt. So the first one is Mars sitting in the sixth house, or Mars aspecting the sixth house, brings about debt. Now the third scenario is when Lord of the sixth house, so whatever planet in your horoscope is ruling the sixth house, if they are in conjunction with Mars, or if they're aspecting Mars, that also creates debt, okay? However, there are levels of severity in this. So if your Mars is sitting in the sixth house, okay, most definitely at one point in your life you will be in so much debt that, and they have done studies too on as far as astrological studies are concerned, that people have committed suicide because of debt. So Mars in the 6th house, although it gives a lot of courage, it is actually robust for the health. Mars in the 6th house, but it gives a lot of debt. Okay, and it gives a debt to a point where people file bankruptcies. Okay, well, it's actually a good thing, because once in financial terms, if you have this alignment and you're thinking about bankruptcy, believe me, bankruptcy literally means that once you take it off, your income to debt ratio is 0. So banks like that. People file bankruptcy and they start getting credit cards right away. I've known many people like that. And the second severe type of debt is when the Lord of the 6th house is in conjunction with Mars. Okay, so if Lord of the 6th house is sitting with Mars in some house, that is also bringing about debt in a person's life. And if you also have to look at this, and well, actually, you know what? I'm not going to go into these other charts of astrology because then you guys are going to lose it. Because if it's from your moon chart, okay, in astrology, what they do, they put the moon in the 1st house. So in Vedic astrology, in your moon chart, so wherever your moon is placed in your original birth chart, that they simply make the chart to where moon is now in the 1st house, and then all the planets are situated. So from your moon, if Saturn is in the 3rd house, 6th house, 12th house, 11th house, that creates another scenario of being in debt. Okay, so these were basic scenarios of to look at debt. However, there's other charts too, other divisional charts you look at to severity of the debt. The timing of debt also is about looking at when your Mars dasha is coming, or the 6th Lord dasha. So whenever your 6th Lord dasha, okay, is here, that means you're going to be in debt. Doesn't matter what planet it is, you're going to go into debt if it's not well situated in your horoscope. But you will be in debt. Now, severity of the debt will depend upon the condition. Even if you have an Excel planet from 6th house, but in its dasha, you will have debt. Now, you guys must be wondering, what the hell is he talking about? Dasha system. I've never heard of this in astrology. Well, dasha system is pretty much a timetable of planets in your life. At certain point in your life, your majority of the life is being controlled by one single planet. So for, let's say, 16 years, you might have Rahu controlling your life. After that, you may have 18 years of Rahu, and then you may have 16 years of Jupiter controlling majority of your life. Okay, so that's called dasha, like planetary system that come in your life that gives about results according to where they're placed in your birth chart. So that's just a very simple way to put it. Okay, now the best way to get rid of debt is, well, see, I may not be able to relate to people of other religion from this, but I give you what I experience in my life. I give you what helped me in my life. Getting rid of debt is to recite something called Hanuman Chalisa. Okay, Hanuman, not Superman, Hanuman. Hanuman, and then space Chalisa, Chalica, or Chalisa, Chalisa. It's a whole phrase or paragraph of mantra that you recite. Okay, mantras are literally words with vibration that bring about change in your life. So doing the Hanuman Chalisa, at least every day for 40 days will set enough vibration to make this indebted portion of your life a bit easier. So there could be anything could happen. You can win a lotto, you can win, you can get a raise at work. So this way you'll be able to pay off this debt. Or if you owe your debt to somebody, and they suddenly say, you know what, you don't have to pay me anymore. We forgive you for the debt. A lot of banks do that. A lot of banks, they forgive you your debt. But remember, you have to pay taxes on those, on the debts that banks forgive you. The official debts, if they're ever forgiven, you'll be paying taxes on the amount that is forgiven. But anyway, so Hanuman Chalisa and doing solar plex meditation. Solar plex is controlled by Mars. So usually when Mars is giving you debt, or you're in the dasha period of that sixth house planet, okay, doing the solar plex meditation for Mars and doing the chakra meditation for the planet that is the lord of the sixth house is going to help a lot. Believe me on that. But you can't just do one time one of these meditation and think, okay, how come I still have my debt? No. If you want a mango from your newly planted tree, it's not going to grow tomorrow. You have to plant the seeds, you water it, you wait for the sunlight, you wait for the time to go by, the tree becomes a plant becomes a tree. Then, the little mango comes into play, then it gets bigger, then it becomes green, then it becomes orange, then you reap the fruits of that tree. But you need to be patient. So this is one of the best remedies that I have experienced, that I've seen other people, experience miracles in debt when they did the Hanuman Chalisa and they did the, chakra meditation for solar plex chakra Mars. Because Mars, 90% of the time, Mars is the one that's responsible to give you your debt. Next are the ascendant lord in the sixth house and the sixth house lord dasha system and all the things that I talk about. Okay. So anyway, this was a basic, long drawn scenario on debt. If you want to know more about astrology and yourself and what exactly the hell did I just talk about, check out my link below. It'll make it much more easier for you. Okay. Next time when you view my video. Otherwise, if you're new to my video, subscribe above or you'll be indebted to me. All right. Thank you.